Guys, the Senators are in a terrible condition and losing many games. What's up YouTube? Tony Ren here. Today I'm going to start my first video of Tony's top 10s, and I will be listing my 10 most hated NHL teams. I hope you enjoy my video, and please try not to feel offended if your team is on the list. Before I show you, here are my honorable mentions. Washington Capitals, obviously because of Alex Ovechkin. Tampa Bay Lightning, they're dominant. They're in first of the league and they have Steven Stamkos. Carolina Hurricanes, the fans just hate winning in Carolina. Number 10, Buffalo Sabres, the team that beat us on Tuesday, but that's not the reason. The main reason why I put the Sabres on the list, even though they're at the bottom of the standings, is the rivalry with the Sens. They play in the same division with us, so it forms a rivalry with us, and even the Leafs. This team also have a young star, Jack Eichel, who had the second overall pick in the 2015 draft. But otherwise, they're on a good team. So move on to number 9, Detroit Red Wings. A dominant team. They made the playoffs every year since 1991, but they did end the streak in 2017. That's 25 years in a row. Probably the longest playoff appearance streak in the NHL history, and a great reason to draw hate. During that time when the Wings made the playoffs every year, they won repeated titles in 1997, 1998, and individually in 2002 and 2008. They have the third most Stanley Cups with 11. Now the Wings are in the Atlantic Division since 2013 and possibly forming a rivalry with the Senators. Number 8, New Jersey Devils. The reason why I put the Devils on the list, other than the fact they were on top of the Metro Division, is that they dominated the Sens 8-1 during this preseason game in PI. They beat the Sens again in overtime at Ottawa and again in shootout at New Jersey. Also, their first overall pick in this year's draft, Nico Hischier, has drawn jealousy. They were dominant, that made me put them in my most hated list. Number 7, New York Rangers. They're one of the original 6 franchises in the NHL. I hate the Rangers because they beat the Senators in the 2012 playoffs in the opening series. This team has Henrik Lundqvist, one of my most hated goalies. The Rangers are mostly hated by metropolitan rivalries, especially the Islanders, Devils, Penguins, and Flyers. Number 6, Chicago Blackhawks. Another one of the original franchises and a very dominant team. They won the Cups in 2010, 2013, and 2015. They have the NHL's winningest player, Jonathan Toews, and one of the most hated players, Patrick Kane. Remember the incident from 2009, where Patrick Kane assaulted a cab driver for not having changes, and again in 2015, which is the rape case. The Hawks have been so dominant. They also have one of the most bandwagon fans, and I hate bandwagon fans, and they're easily hated whenever they win. Number 5, the LA Kings. They won the Cups in 2012 and 2014 and became one of the most hated teams. Their captain, Anze Kopitar, their defenseman, Drew Doughty, who could possibly be Erik Karlsson, and their goaltender, Jonathan Quick, are probably the reasons why I hate the Kings. They have the highest win streak with 8 so far in this season. This team also had Milan Lucic in the 2015-2016 season. Number 4, Boston Bruins. Most of you would say this is your number 1 most hated team, especially if you're a Habs fan. They have the Daniel Chara, the tallest player in the NHL who almost broke Max Pacioretty's neck, Brad Marchand, the biggest pest and the NHL's most hated player, and Tuukka Rask, one of the biggest finers. The Bruins play in Boston, the city that has every hated team. Also, consider one of the incidents in 2012 and 2014, where Bruins fans went on Twitter calling Joe Ward and PK Subban racial slurs. Number 3, Montreal Canadiens. The main reason why I hate the Habs, other than the rivalry with the Sens, is that they have the most Stanley Cups with 24, which some of you refer to the New York Yankees. They also have the world's greatest goalie, Carey Price, and they have PK Subban over the years, who is now traded to Nashville Predators in exchange with Shea Weber. Also, the riots in the 50s when Maurice Richard was suspended, and again in 1993 after winning their most recent cup. And their stupid Olay chant drives me crazy! This team has been so dominant through the years, making their heated rivalries such as Bruce and the Leafs hate the Habs. Also to mention that they were terrible at the beginning of the season due to Carey Price's injury, but after he comes back, they're strong again. This team is easily hated when they're not your team. Number 1, Toronto Maple Leafs and Pittsburgh Penguins. I put both teams number 1 on the list because I hate these teams so much that it's hard to decide who I hate more. Let's say the Leafs first, and obviously because I'm a Sens fan. Not only that, they have the second most Stanley Cups with 13, but haven't won in 50 years. Now the Leafs have 20-year-old star Austin Matthews, who have turned this team into a juggernaut. He is so good that he is my most hated player of the Leafs and in the NHL. Seriously, have you seen Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa Senators, and Buffalo Sabres fans like that guy? And even their coach is Mike Babcock, former Red Wings coach that turned this team around. Now they win a lot, becoming second of the Atlantic Division compared to the second who is second last, and that is just making me and Leafs haters angrier. Now say the Pens, and you know mainly because of Sidney Crosby, the world's greatest hockey player, is also a major diver and whiner. Also their great goalie, Matt Murray, and their coach, Mike Sullivan. This team has repeated Cup champions in 2017, making me put this team number 1 on the list. Basically, there is the NHL version of the New England Patriots. Over my next few videos, I will be doing a video of the 10 reasons why I hate Pittsburgh Penguins. If your team is on my list, feel free to comment down that I suck. Just kidding! And that is gonna wrap up, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Go comment down which NHL team do you hate the most and why. If you want to request a video from me, feel free to comment. Also, go follow me on Twitter to receive updates for my YouTube channel. See you later. Go Sens go! Wow!